Hello everyone, welcome back on the series on DSP processor. In this presentation, I am going to introduce you on EPWM, Enhanced Pulse Field Modulation Scheme for digital control of the converters, inverters and power supply. So before going to start the presentation, I recommend you to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for the latest update. Now, in the previous lecture, we have covered the several topics. These topics are introduction regarding the TMS 320F28335, development board, Code Composer Studio, GPIO, general purpose input output pin. We have assigned the different pins of the DSP processor, and we talked about interrupts and pi interrupt table, watchdog timer and the CPU timer. And the objective of this presentation is to get familiar with enhanced pulse field modulation scheme and why it is required, what are different applications of the EPWM, and we will see EPWM block diagram. It has the different modules, we will talk about them, and the last we will talk about time based registers. That is an important part. Time based register is an important part of the EPWM. We will talk about in detail regarding the time based registers. So why EPWM is required? In the previous presentation, we have already implemented a time based unit using the CPU timer. So although these units are also hardware based, the CPU timer is also the hardware based time unit that is only able to generate the signal at the end of the predefined period. Like for example, if some event happens, ISR could be requested to start and perform the desired activity by the software sequence. While this scenario is sufficient for most time-based software activities, this scenario is sufficient for the software activities, but it is not suitable for the hardware related action, such as switching the control line of an output stage from passive to active. So in this case, what we need to do, we need a precise control, we need a much more precise control to do this task. That is where the PWM lines come into the play, and where the PWM lines are most widely used and most widely required. Okay, so this is the main motivation to use the EPWM module for the precise control. Now what are the different applications? If we see the applications, it has a different application like a digital motor control, control of the switching signals, control of the switching pulse for digital power supply, analog voltage generator. The important part is the capture unit, and the what is the mean of the capture unit? If we have a signal like a square wave, okay, this is the hardware signal, and you want to know about what is the frequency, what is the turn on time, what is the turn off time, and what is the total time. If you want to calculate all these things, this is possible with the help of EPWM and with the help of capture units. So we can measure the time measurement using the hardware signals. We can get to know what is the frequency of the hardware signals, and we can get to know what is the time period of the hardware signals. Other than that, we get to know about the speed and direction information of the rotating shaft using quadrature encoder. So we can get to know about the speed information and the direction information, in which direction our motor is rotating, clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So with the help of EPWM, we can get to know about these informations. So these are the main area of application of the EPWM modules. Now this is the EPWM block diagram. We can see different modules on the EPWM block diagram. One thing is here system clock output. So this is the frequency of the core. The frequency of the core will be 100 megahertz to 150 megahertz, here depending upon your DSP processor. And here different registers like time based register, time based control register, TBCTR, time based counter register, TBPRD, time based period registers, and any other registers it has. So we will talk about in detail how to assign these registers for the particular applications Okay, so there will be different mode of operations. We will talk about all the modes of operation. Now the next thing is, to generate the physical output signal, a few things needs to be initialized. What are these things? Time based registers, compare logic, action qualifier, deadband, chopper and trip zone. So these things we need to initialize to get the physical signal on the EPWM pin. Okay, so we will talk about the how can we assign all these things. We will talk about in detail, right? Now you can think this is the so much complicated task. This is the so much complicated task. No, this is not a so much complicated task. Once you learn this how to assign, it will be very easy for you to do each and every task. And one more thing, it allow us to set up a range of different operating modes, and all the modes is used in the modern digital control. So while using all the initialization, time based register, compare logic, action qualifier and deadband, you can do the different operating modes. Okay, so how the different operating modes will be, we will talk in detail in the later chapters of this series. So now we will talk about the EPWM time based registers. So basically there will be three time based registers will be there: time based control register, time based CTR, time based counter register and time based period registers. So the main feature, and here is the central block is nothing but this is the central block of the EPWM module. So it is a 16-bit timer. It is a 16-bit timer with system clock output as a time base. So system clock output is nothing but it is 100 megahertz to 150 megahertz depending upon your DSP processor, and it will run at 100 megahertz or 150 megahertz, and this frequency 100 megahertz and 150 megahertz will be your base frequency for all EPWM module, right? So 100 megahertz and 150 megahertz will be your base frequency for all the module. Now what is the clock please scaler? Suppose now your frequency is 100 megahertz and you want time based counter to run at 10 megahertz. So clock please scaler, what it does, it is used to reduce the input countable frequency by 1 to 1792. How can we do that? By using this register, TBCTL register, we can reduce the frequency to 100 to 10 depending upon your applications, right? Now TBPRD will define the length of your output signal. Let us assume that your output is the PWM pulse of your frequency is TS equal to 1 millisecond, right? So by assigning the TBPRD value, it will set the length of your output signal. What is the turn and what is your total frequency of your output signal? The TBPRD will define your frequency of your output signal, right? And the thing is shadow. So shadow mode is another unique feature that is used during the comparison purpose. Okay, so we will talk it in detail how the shadow mode is used. We will do in experiments also how the shadow mode is required, how it will be update, how it will be going to update during the comparison purpose. Okay, now there are different operating modes of the EPWM. So while comparing, you are comparing a constant term or constant line, so there will be different operating modes. So one mode will be up mode, count mode, count up mode, count down mode and count up and count down mode. So how do we select the operating modes? Operating modes can be selected by the TBCTL register bit. So we have a TBCTL register bits and we can select it as a 0 and 1. So by selecting TBCTL time based control register bit as a 0 and 1, this will be the combination of 0 and 1. So we can select the mode of operation, different mode of operations. So these are the different mode of operations. Now in this next lecture, what we will talk about, these are the basic introduction which we have covered. These things are required for the EPWM. So in the next lecture, what we are going to cover, we will cover the time based register. We will talk about TBCTL, TBPRD, how to use the TBPRD, what is for the particular frequency, what should be the value of TBPRD, and how if it is exceed both beyond the predefined values, it is exceed beyond the number of bits, so how can we reduce that values. Okay, the next part we will talk about time based control registers. So we will talk about the time based control register, TBCTL, and status register, time based status register we will talk about. At the last, what we will do, we will generate a 1 kilohertz PWM frequency, 1 kilohertz pulse, uh, a PWM pulse of the frequency of 1 kilohertz with 50% duty ratio. At the last, we will talk about all this thing in detail. Okay, so if you have any queries regarding, you can contact me and you can comment me on the comment section. I'll try to complete all your queries regarding the DSP processor. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, go and subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.